Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cult Cinema 83, and today it's time for another video. And in this one, I'm going to give you a little bit of an update because I've been very busy. I've had a trip to London, and I've had Weekend of Hell, which is a horror convention. So this update video is going to be about those two things. Just to let you know what I've been up to and all of that stuff. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Sit back and enjoy. And cheers, by the way, to everyone. I'm having some Guinness here, so, which is all good because it's the weekend, so, Right, so update video. I'm gonna start with London first, okay? Because I've been to London a couple of days on holiday. I love London. I think London is a very great city. Lots of stuff to do. Very busy. Sometimes that's the downside of it, but very busy. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and the weather had been very good. I mean, I only had one day where it was like a bit rainy, but the rest of the week was basically all dry and stuff. It wasn't very warm or anything, but it was good enough. So yeah, pretty good. Let's see. I have very watery eyes, guys. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's my allergies. I don't know. What did I do in London? Well, one of the things in London I did was I visited the Doctor Who museum, which was awesome. It was great. Sadly, I couldn't take any pictures in the museum itself. I did, however, took one picture, or I let someone take one picture of me standing in front of the TARDIS, which I'll put up in this video for you to see. But the Doctor Who museum was awesome. It was really great. You know, they have a lot of props and costumes and just, scripts and all of that from the TV show. Really, really great stuff. And afterwards, there was, a shop with all kinds of Doctor Who stuff in it. So really great experience. And that was a lot of fun. And apart from that, I, of course, had to visit a few stores. I've been to Planet, what do you call it? Forbidden Planet. That's what it was. I've been to Forbidden Planet. I've been to Fop Shop, and at Fop Shop, I actually got some movies anyway. Of course, I had to buy some movies. Come on. So the thing is, I'm planning to do a John Carpenter podcast in sometime in the near future. I don't know when, but I'm planning to, and I'm doing this sort of kind of like John Carpenter marathon at the moment. I'm gonna continue tonight after this stream, this video, but so I picked up like 4 John Carpenter titles, which is really, really great. These are all films that I was kind of missing and that I wanted, of course. So the first one I picked up is Prince of Darkness. Maybe it's better this way. There you go. Prince of Darkness. I love this film. It's fantastic. Satan in a bottle in a church, which is pretty great, actually. It has Donald Pleasence in it and Victor Wong, and Lisa Blount, of course. This is a great John Carpenter film. It's not written by John Carpenter, but still, it's a very great film. And yeah, so, and you get some nice extras here as well, which I'm not going to go through, but and it's, and it's basically you have 2 discs right there. So yeah, so yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this Prince of Darkness. Then I got Assault on Precinct 13. This movie is completely wild and brutal, but it's one of my favorite John Carpenter movies. This movie is so good. It's really good. It's actually, I believe it's his second film and his first main feature, I believe. The first one was kind of like a TV film, and I believe this was his first real sort of cinematic debut. But no, it's pretty great. This is a great, violent, crime thriller. It's really great. Assault on Precinct 13. Again, lots of extras. And then we have, of course, Escape from New York. I love this film. It's so bonkers, and it's so 80s. It's fantastic. I love it. Kurt Russell, Donald Pleasence, Lee Van Cleef, Ernest Borgnine, did I say Donald Pleasence? Yes. Isaac Hayes, and Adrian Barbeau, Harry Dean Stanton. The cast is just phenomenal. So, yeah, this is a really great science fiction, dystopian action film, so to speak. Really great. So, yeah, Escape from New York. And finally, of course, I have to have this. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's The Fog. I'm probably going to watch this tonight, actually. Probably. So, yeah, I love this film. It's fantastic. Again, Adrian Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis, Janet Leigh, Tom Atkins, Nancy Loomis, Hal Holbrook, of course. Just such a great cast. Yeah, it's really great. I can't wait to rewatch this. So, The Fog. And the last one I got is actually an Asian film that I'm really looking forward to watching, which is The Cat. I've been looking for this release, but it was, I couldn't find it on the 88 Films website, which was very weird. Maybe it was still awaiting a release or something. I don't know, but I found it in a store. So I don't know what happened there, 88 Films, but but it's fine. I got a copy of it, and I'm very happy about it, because I remember watching this film when I was a kid, and I remember really, really loving it. So I can't wait to revisit this. There you go. So this is basically kind of like a science fiction horror film, with it's basically about, what is it about again? It's like an alien coming to Earth, and good aliens are coming to fight this thing, and there is a alien cat, basically, which is kind of interesting as well. So it's got a booklet, which is great. Lots of stuff in there again. Excuse me. So yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this. This is a lot of fun, probably. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So The Cat. There we go. So yeah, those are my Blu-rays that I got from London. And apart from that, London was just a blast. I had a lot of fun going there. Again, I had some great food and I drank a lot of beers. I drank so many beers. It's ridiculous. But, it is what it is. You're on holiday, right? So, and I don't drink a lot when I'm working. So, it is what it is. I'll allow myself to get a little, wasted on my holiday. So anyway, that was London. Now let's move on to Weekend of Hell, because I have been to Weekend of Hell. I didn't go in 2024, but I had been in 2023, so it was really great to be back at Weekend of Hell. My French friend from Paris, Stéphane, was there as well, so it was great to meet up with him again and catch up. So Stéphane, if you're watching this, it was great to see you again. It was lovely. I had a blast. It was great. And we'll see each other again next year at HorrorCon, probably. So, yeah, thank you, Stéphane. Anyway, but yeah, Weekend of Hell was really great. So I had a couple of things planned here. Let me just get my stuff right here. So I had a couple of things planned here. So I was, the guest list was a bit lackluster. So I only went to visit like 3 guests this year. I only visited like 3 guests this year, which is fine. I get that not everything can be, top notch all the time. So it's completely fine. So, all right, let's get started. Where do we start here? Let's start with this one. Well, the first person that I met, the first actress that I met, is Lone Fleming. I probably butchered that, but Scandinavian actress, if I'm correct about that. And she was, of course, in Tombs of the Blind Dead, and I believe a sequel as well. I forgot which title it was. Return of the Blind Dead or something, probably one of those. But anyway, so I met her, and she was a lovely person to meet, and I got to ask her a question, how it was like shooting in Spain, because they did film her film in Spain, Tombs of the Blind Dead, and she said that it was very harsh conditions because it was hot. And also that she was kind of, because it was her first feature film, she was kind of left to fend on her own, after production was done for the day or for the week or whatever, they would just go back to their hotel or lodgings or whatever and had to spend time alone. And so she liked the other film that she was in a lot more, because then they had like a proper hotel where the entire cast and crew was hanging out, and they, had dinners together and, had a lot of fun. It was a much more pleasant and laid back environment to work in. So, which I can understand. I mean, production can be very, very rough at times, and it can be very trying in terms of energy and your mental state and all of that. So I completely understand. But it was interesting to hear that story from her, which is great. But she was lovely, and she signed my Blu-ray right here of Tombs of the Blind Dead. She signed it right there. There you go. And actually, it says, let's see. Many thanks to you, and of course, my name, my Dutch name on that. Many thanks to you. And she put a little heart there, which I think was great. But yeah, she wrote many thanks to you, and then her name, of course, which is fantastic. Thank you, Lone Fleming or Lone Fleming. I probably butchered that, but it was wonderful to meet you. You were a great person, and she took the time to talk with her fans. Which is great as well, because her line was a little bit shorter, and so it allowed her to have a little bit more time with each guest, which was great. But yeah, it was wonderful to meet you. Thank you, Lone Fleming. And this, by the way, this movie is fantastic. So yeah, thank you again. Wonderful. And of course, I had a photo op with her. So this is her. Lovely photo, isn't it? Very lovely photo. This was great. Yeah. So that was her. All right. So the next person I met was actually one of my favorite directors, of course, and that is Lamberto Bava. Yes, Lamberto Bava was at this event, and he was kind of like a last minute announcement. So I was like, oh, now I really have to go. So yeah, that was another reason for why I really had to go, but I'll get to that. But yeah, Lamberto Bava was there, and which was great. And I brought with me one of my favorite films of his body of work, and that is, of course, Demons. I love Demons. The glare is a bit like, probably it's better this way. I love Demons, and he signed my Blu-ray right there in silver, if you can see it right there. Yep. Which is great. I mean, Lamberto Bava was he seemed like a very shy person. He wasn't very talkative. Maybe it was because he didn't speak English, or maybe it's because he's just a very shy person. Nonetheless, he was a very shy person. He didn't talk much, so I didn't really ask him like any questions or whatever. I chose to be respectful towards his, demeanor and stuff. But it was still great to meet him, and it's lovely that he signed my Blu-ray right here of Demons with from Arrow Video, of course. But yeah, no, he was wonderful to see him in person and to meet him, even though he was, quite secluded, if that's the right, word for it. But still great to meet. One of the legends. So it's always great to get that. And he didn't do any professional photo ops, with the fans and stuff. He did allow selfies though, so I took a selfie with Lamberto Bava, which I include in the video as well, in this recording for you to see. So yeah, Lamberto Bava, a great guy to meet, or at least to see and experience. All right, so then I met the real reason for why I came to Weekend of Hell this year, because when this guest was announced, I was immediately like, I have to go there, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm probably never going to meet this actress again. So this was like on my bucket list. I have to go there. And luckily, it all worked out, and I managed to meet one of my favorite actresses in the French cinema, which is, I'm going to show you this right here, Brigitte Lahaie. Yes, Brigitte Lahaie was at Weekend of Hell. This was so unique because Brigitte Lahaie doesn't appear in public a lot with fans. She doesn't do a lot of these events, I think it was. I mean, I believe that's what I heard. She doesn't do a lot of these events. So to have her here was like a miracle and a really big surprise. So I had to go there because she is on my bucket list. I love Brigitte Lahaie. You know, whether it's, you know, her porn movies or her, fantasy horror films with Jean Rollin, or, you know, some of her other films. Of course, later on, she became a politician. She did radio. So, you know, a lot of stuff going on there with Brigitte Lahaie. And, it was so great to finally meet Brigitte Lahaie. And she had a translator with her. She didn't speak like a lot of English. So her translator basically said, like, well, if you want to ask something, just ask me and I can translate back and forth for you. And I basically asked her, like, what was it like working with Jean Rollin or Jean Rollin? And basically she said, like, well, it was very pleasant to work with Jean Rollin, but Jean Rollin was a very shy and secluded guy, apparently. And, you know, he didn't talk much during production or on set. He didn't communicate as much, which means that he just let the actors do their thing. He just went with the flow and let the actors do what they came there to do. And I think that's such a refreshing take on filmmaking. To me, it shows that you have a lot of trust in your cast and crew. You know, of course he's in charge of the production, but the fact that he didn't really talk much and just let the cast and crew do their thing, I think really says a lot about Jean Rollin. And I thought that was a very impressive note to get from Brigitte Lahaie, and it says so much about Jean Rollin himself, which it made me appreciate him even more, which is kind of crazy, but yeah. So of course I had to bring something for Brigitte Lahaie to sign, and I contemplated very long about what I should sign, what I should let sign. And of course, I brought her biography and her, body of work basically in this book. Of course, this is basically a book about her whole film career, the cult films of Brigitte Lahaie, and that's basically what she did. Because here we go. See, where is it? There you go. It's a bit big, but there you go. She signed my book, guys. There it is, people. There it is. Brigitte Lahaie signed my book. That is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's really great. I love this book, by the way. You know, it's great. But this is one, like, this was a dream come true, really. This was a dream come true. I mean, she had been on my bucket list for a long time, and now I finally got to meet her. and talk to her and have her autograph. And not only that, I have a photo with her. It's a bit glaring, but there you go. I have a photo with her. There she is, Brigitte Lahaye. You know, oh, the glare is so bad. There you go. Fantastic photo. And she was amazing. She was so great. Thank you, Brigitte Lahaye. Thank you for being there in the first place. Thank you for taking that amount of time to talk with me, because her line was huge. Like, her line was pretty big. And thank you for taking the amount of time that you did with me to talk to me anyway. I know that's always kind of like a hard thing, to do, because you want to give time to everyone. But yeah, it was great meeting you. You are a lovely person, and thank you for being at Weekend of Hell. Thank you for being there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah. Brigitte Lahaye. And then I had like one more photo op. I didn't meet this actress because I basically was out of time, because I had to go back to I had to drive back home. But get this, guys, get this. Weekend of Hell takes me a 3-hour drive. I have to drive for 3 hours to get to the event, and then 3 hours to drive back home, which is a long time. So I had a photo op with one more actress. I didn't meet her anymore to talk to her or to get an autograph, which I'm kind of sad about, but I hope that she will be back in a future con or a future Weekend of Hell, maybe. I hope so. Because I would love to meet her and actually talk to her. I'm talking about Mirella D'Angelo. What a stunning lady she is. The glare is like, there you go. What a stunning lady she is. A very stunning lady. Absolutely. She is beautiful. Oh my God, the glare. Maybe it's better this way. Nope. Ah, this is so frustrating. There we go. That's better, maybe. Such a lovely, a beautiful looking woman. She is so gorgeous. Mirella D'Angelo. She is, of course, known best. I think her best, her household names are, of course, Tenebrae from Dario Argento, in which she is the first murder victim, I believe. And then, of course, she was also in Tinto Brass's Caligula. So, yeah, pretty great films, actually, that she was in. Again, didn't get to meet her in person and talk to her and get an autograph. I did get a photo, though, so maybe in the future she is coming back to Weekend of Hell or whatever, and hopefully I can meet her then. But yeah, it is what it is. And then last but not least, I didn't really buy anything like t-shirts or whatever, or movies or whatever. But I couldn't go home empty-handed, so I bought 3 coasters. Actually, I bought 3 coasters for my drinks, of course, which I think is really great. Always more to add to the collection. So I found a Zombie Flesh Eaters one from Lucio Fulci, of course. I found a Jaws one. classic, you know. And I found a Scanners one. So yeah, three coasters right there. So I bought those. I bought 3 coasters. I couldn't help myself. I had to get something, you know. And yeah, that was it. That was Weekend of Hell. You know, I had a Weekend of Hell was a blast. Even though the guest list was a little bit lackluster, I had a blast, and it was so much fun. And hopefully the guest list will be a little bit better next year. We'll see. But yeah, it was so much fun. Again, meeting my friend again, Stefan, was great. So yeah, great times. And again, London as well. London is a blast. If you ever get the chance, go to London, visit London, because it is an awesome city. Anyway, that was it for this update video. So I guess it's time to call an end to this. Thank you all for watching. I will be back with more videos as soon as possible, of course. We are going to do more podcasts and streams as well, so stay tuned for that. Stay safe and healthy as always. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys. Bye.